The latest creation for this artist, a new home by the sea. But as she moves from a spacious Boston loft to a cozy cottage in Gloucester, will her largest work actually work in her new space?
No, it's a little bit higher on one side. We're gonna have to put that one down.
Will delays on the road
We're half an hour in traffic.
and on an elevator
He is not in the elevator. It's at large.
slow down these gentle giants? Can this moving team help this painter make her move?
Let's do it.
I'm Ruth Mordecai.
And I'm Ed Powers. It's a four-letter word for beige.
Beige. Well, we met at a retreat center in upstate New York. I had left my marriage and Ed had been divorced for a year.
We liked each other, and over time we became a couple. We lived in Gloucester, rented an apartment for a summer. I love the fact that it is a working fishing village, and that it also has the oldest art colony in the United States.
An artist colony will be perfect for Ruth, who's a painter. And the tranquil setting will also be good for Ed, who's a family therapist. But right now, it's Ruth's work that dominates their living space. In this three-room loft, the main area is Ruth's studio, with a small living room and bedroom on either side of it. In their new home, things will be more evenly divided. Ruth will have a studio upstairs. She and Ed will share living space downstairs. And they'll be surrounded by the coastal beauty of picturesque Gloucester.
And a lot of wonderful artists have moved there since because there's not a lot of affordable space. The light is wonderful for painting. People just set up easels and work outside.
I'm like,
Gentle Giants has moved a lot of my artwork in the past, and they've done it very well.
Gentle Giant prides itself on handling any type of job, especially when it involves specialty items like artwork, and doing moves in any type of weather. For this winter move, there will ultimately be a team of 3, but for today, it's just 2 as the packing begins.
Hi, my name is Robert Swift. I work for the Gentle Giant Moving Company.
Hi, Robert.
Ruth is a customer that I've moved about half a dozen times before. More than a client, somewhat of a friend. Ruth is an artist. She does large canvases a lot.
Robert, a longtime giant, is an artist himself. He draws cartoons that have run in several newspapers. He does have...
Not as big sophisticated.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be movers. Hey, I'm Johnny. I've been working with Gentle Giant for 5 years. I'm a singer. And I cook. And, yeah, pretty much sing and cook. Drum from time to time.
The guys get to work, wrapping Ruth's paintings and other belongings. While Robert tackles the art, John clears the home off. Ruth is determined that despite the compact size of their new home, she's taking some of her largest paintings.
And especially the 6x8 one, which I decided, even though we were moving to this house, which has much smaller feeling dimensions than the studio does, that I wanted to take one 6x8 foot painting. So I just want to be sure that that's handled carefully.
It's a livelihood here. We want to be very, very conscientious.
More pieces here.
There you go. Is there any room in there for stacking above?
Yeah, seems to be plenty.
Okay.
To go in.
So maybe some of the empty frames.
Yeah.
Okay, because that way we don't have to take everything downstairs. Oh, I thought we left Johnny in the closet there.
He's been out for weeks.
It's getting late. Snow is starting to fall. Tomorrow, Ruth and the Giants will leave Boston behind and head for her new home, a cottage on the coast. Coming up,
Well, we seem to...
So that'll be my goal.
with this company, family life is important, both the one at home and the one at work. And the Gentle Giant family is full of people with a lot of other interests and backgrounds.
Artists, athletes, college graduates, a bunch of talented people at Gentle Giant. Some of the finest specimens of humanity you're going to find.
I love the smell of diesel fuel in the morning. It smells like profit.
Once they arrive, it's straight to business. Well, after a quick hello with the client, of course. And today, the third member of the team, Jen, is here to carry her share of the load.
Very progressive moving company and beautiful women.
Beautiful third member.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yes, Gentle Giant does have some female movers.
Today we're moving Ruth Mordecai. Handpicked my crew with Johnny and Jen Carter and myself. Hope to get out to Gloucester in daylight.
Let's do it. Boxes, baby, boxes.
How you like that?
Someone wants the elevator. They can't have it. My elevator, my elevator go, and the key, it's not in the ignition, if you will.
So when you lose the elevator, you lose it's always that. Usually when the customer's key is in it.
It's at large, if you will. Hopefully we'll be able to find the key. I hear keys. Oh.
What happened?
Everything's okay. I had left your key in the elevator and I let it get away from me and the key was gone. And so I went to every floor and that lovely lady on the 5th floor was writing you a note saying that you're a bugly-headed mover.
We found the keys.
Was she difficult?
No, she's perfect.
I think it's good, don't you?
Well, it looks like things are back on track.
So you're going to come down East Main Street.
Ruth makes sure Robert has good directions to her new place.
I can go now. I'm sad.
With everything packed up and loaded onto the truck, it's finally time to go. Ruth's loft, which served as her home and creative haven for 25 years, is empty now. But it's time to fill up her new space.
See you in Gloucester.
My whole identity is connected to the place very strongly. I love being in the middle of the activity. I think that I will miss that, just going out on the street and seeing a lot going on. I'll tell you truthfully, every time I walk in that door, I feel blessed to have this.
I'm headed for Gloucester to my new house. My old new house.
Next stop, lunch.
The signs show they're almost there.
Gloucester, here we come. This is absolutely beautiful here.
Just one quick check of the map to make sure.
I got it right here. Don't you worry about a thing, because everything's going to be all right.
Once again, the Giants get started, moving furniture and arranging it too.
There's a bookcase in there that needs...
There's not only moving going on, but Ruth is having new windows installed as well. That's an obstacle the Giants will have to work around.
They came in a little bit early, which is now. And the contractor, it's very hard to get a contractor scheduled. I mean, who knows when he'd be able to come back? And it's a 5-day job. That's what we got to do to get the new windows in. I don't know, maybe it's too much for you guys.
Ruth's new studio is quickly filling up.
And it's good to have something to be proud of at the end of the day. And I know I'm proud of what I do.
And now the moment of truth. Time to hang Ruth's biggest painting.
No, it's a little bit higher on one side. We're gonna have to bring that one down. Or is it even? I think it is. How amazing is that?
It's the end of the move. Robert and Ruth take care of... Winter is just beginning to give way to spring in Gloucester, Massachusetts. It's been months since Ruth moved into her new home. Just how are she and Ed doing?
We love being back in Gloucester.
I really felt the need for land and for trees and for ocean. The first night that we were here and we went out and the air smelled so good, and it's just something that we feel we want right now.
Feels like home, and we've really happy to be settled in the house now and have the unpacking pretty much done.
I've put other work around to just kind of see where it leads me, to kind of remember where I left off. I'm not quite ready to start into a new piece.
Ruth's large work table has had a transformation.
The scale of it was perfect for the big studio, but not for this one. I wanted to bring it in as 4 by 8 feet, hoping that I could use it at that size because I love to have that extra space for my paints. But it was obvious that it was just too big to move around. And so I had it cut down.
And Ed has a spot for his desk in the main room.
That space, from living in this house before, we knew that we did not use that space at the front. So we just decided to take it over for his desk.
But what about Ed's earlier suggestion of having an office in the house? For now, Ed does have an office nearby where he'll see his patients.
I'm enjoying getting my new practice started. Starting a practice for the first time here, so it's all new.
The move went great, and I don't think we could have been more prepared.